So my name is Eldred, better known as Coco Iman Starr. I'm from originally South Georgia, Albany, Georgia. I moved to Atlanta in middle school. I've been here ever since, so I guess you could say I'm from Atlanta at this point. So the middle school I went to was kind of like an unofficial fine art school. I auditioned for the musical, and then that's when I started doing choreography and stuff, and I kind of fell in love with like the performative aspect of fine art. So then I started dancing.
Like many young people in the South, Eldred struggled with the dilemma of whether he should come out or not.
I remember being very intentional on not coming out because it was like it was obvious, like the people that were out in middle and high school, like they were bullied, picked on like very severely, and I didn't want that for me. I just knew that wouldn't have been good for my mental at that age, so I was very intentional on trying to hide my sexuality. And I feel like that's kind of like a Southern thing. I haven't met a lot of people from other places outside of the South that are like so hardcore about not being out. When I saw my parents, they were, they gave the whole, we still love you, we support you spill, but it still wasn't talked about. We didn't discuss it. Still was implied that I would still date girls. It was wished that I would still date girls. I guess they hoped that I would still date girls.
Eldred then found a new escape through queer spaces.
The first time I saw drag was the first time I snuck into a club. I think I was like 16, 17. The club starts, we party, and then all of a sudden the lights go down, the spotlight comes on. Like One Night Only, Dream Girls starts playing, and I'm like, we're in the middle of a club, like what's happening? Like why is this song playing? And then I saw a drag queen come out, and she performs a ballet, and I'm just like, this makes absolutely no sense to me. I don't like it. I don't get it. I don't understand why I have to stop dancing and having a good time to watch this show. By the end of the show, I was like so like caught up in like the hair and the makeup and the jewels. But I still was like, I'll never do this. I'll never ever be one of them. I don't know, something about it just stuck with me for the longest time, and I just couldn't shake it.
Before committing to the world of drag, Eldred said he experimented with different types of drag performances.
So in the drag world, they have like male leads, which are like basically just like me right now, lip syncing to a song and performing. And I started doing that, and I was like, this is boring. Like, there's no transformation. I feel like I was back in chorus just singing songs, but now I don't even get to actually sing. I'm lip syncing. And there was a competition, a turnabout competition, which is where the male leads become drag queens for one night. And the turnabout competition was like $500 prize. Now I'm like in college. I'm like, oh, I could use $500. Like, that's no brainer. So I did the turnabout. I ended up winning the turnabout. I was like, I don't know, this is kind of fun. And then if I keep making money like this, like why not? And then once I got into it, I was like stuck. I just couldn't get out of it.
This new phase called for a new name.
All right, make some noise for our next performer, Coco Iman.
At its simplest form, drag is like the ultimate release. Like when I perform as Coco, I get to be like totally free. There's no like expectations of me. I can be who I want to be, how I want to be. I get to fully control the way the world sees me, and that freedom is like, it's addicting. It's like I can't just walk down the street as Eldred and wear what I want to wear all the time, or say what I want to say all the time, or act how I want to act all the time. But when I'm Coco, there's no rules, there's no laws, there's nothing to say what you can and cannot do, or what you have to look like, what you have to say. But at the same time, there comes a sense of responsibility with that. Being so free, we still have to be mindful of the things that are going on in the world. And then we have to react to those things going on in the world.
Coco started performing consistently in drag. Even if she's only performing weekends, she witnessed changes in Atlanta's queer spaces as they became more evident over time.
The amount of shows that go by with low numbers is insane to me. Because like when I started coming out, like drag shows were packed. Everybody would go to drag shows. And now you're hard pressed to get 20, 30 people in the door. I don't know if it's because we can sit at home and watch drag now. We can go on YouTube and watch shows from other cities or whatever. I don't know, we just don't support it how we should support it. and it's evident, and I think the powers that be are noticing that, and they're capitalizing on that, and they're just getting rid of everything.
Queer spaces are seemingly being affected by external forces and by people within the queer community.
I don't know. It just feels like nightlife here is dying, and nobody's really like taking up the torch to really keep it going and fight for it to stay around. Like, I hear so many stories about all the clubs that used to be here, and I've never seen them, never stepped foot in them. It's kind of heartbreaking because like other cities, their nightlife and their clubs been there 40, 50, 60 plus years, and they're still there and they're still going strong because the community fights for them and keeps them there. Like a city like New York City, I'm sure they have a million things they could do with the queer bars that they have there, but the community wants it and they fight for it, so it doesn't go anywhere. I don't think we have that same mentality here. Like, every other week, it seems like we're losing another safe space, and we just say, oh well, another one bites the dust. There's not really a movement to keep these things here. And I mean, the owners, like, I wouldn't turn down millions of dollars either if my own community isn't supporting me or coming out to my spaces. Like, there's so many corporations want to be involved, and we're letting so many of them into the community, and they're not really for us. They just want to capitalize on what was supposed to be a safe space for us.
It seems to boil down to one thing: money.
I look at it from a corporation standpoint or business standpoint. If the owners aren't queer, if the staff isn't queer, then the queer dollars that are coming in are not going to be put towards supporting the queer community. So like when we support, like Chick-fil-A, we love Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. I'm guilty of loving Chick-fil-A. But I know that my dollars are not going to causes that fully support what I believe in. So it's important to have spaces where I know for a fact that my dollars are being respected and used appropriately and going towards good causes that truly support my community. Queer spaces are important because they are literally our homes. They are where we can go to be seen, to be heard, where we can go to be supported. There's no expectation of who you're supposed to be. You can come in and be whoever you are at your heart.
What Coco cherishes the most is being a representative for her community.
If you notice, anytime something goes on, the first people they call to like do a benefit show or to speak at a rally or speak at a protest are the drag queens, because for some reason the community loves us and respects us and expects us to be the voices of the community and be the loud mouths of the community. I guess because we kind of are the loud mouths of the community. So I think
From Atlanta, Georgia, this is Mara Bosnack for GSUTV.